Hello everyone, I am Brave Jenny, day 2, not VTuber for today. I don't know why, I didn't really feel like it today, or just, I'm gonna just monster and some fun. Right now I want to get up on my screen, right there. And this, I like to him again, and dusted off my screen and go and play some monster game because I want to check out wallet game date. Game. Line. Just playing by ourselves. You can actually play with other people. Like if you and actually you can actually share someone else's controller and have the person move, so you don't actually need the game to play. You probably just watch. We're gonna go local. I'm not playing by myself. Near there, you can play up to 4 players. It'll take longer because they have other. We have the short game, a regular game, regular game. We can go long. Let's go. I'm not putting my headphones in. Okay. Surf rock is what you're hearing now. Lo-fi. You can barely hear. I do have a remote right here to wait. Anyone's experiencing issues with the stream, let me know. Yeah, they finally gave me a weekend day off from work. I'm busy. It's just a very slow day. It's kind of like a blah day. Okay. Oops, I think I accidentally. Spooky Con, for some it was just a nerdy convention, but for us it was 4 days to celebrate many passions and obsessions fiercely and unapologetically. I'm actually gonna move chat over here so we can get. I have to look over it where I am. yeah. Talks. Talks. Oops. I do not know where I put give me a minute. The other. Now I am at like not get back. So it was 4 days to celebrate our many passions and obsessions fiercely on Punjab. I locked the chair and so I'm not like rocking or and we weren't alone regardless of what you loved, you would always find people who make you feel seen and understood. Anywhere as we might have been seen as weirdos and misfits. So I'm just gonna move a little bit. Anywhere else we might have seen as weirdos and misfits. We can finally feel like but here we could finally feel like no matter who we were, we belong. So who are we? We can. She's supposed to be like a parody of the Ring Girl. Wait a minute. Oh yes. Nah, it seems to be coming back. Let me see if I'm just gonna go into my. Maybe that's. Let me check the properties of this. Yeah, it's causing some. I'll put you on 30. That will stop the around. Yeah, bit rate. Okay. We do not want to be Damien. I think we're gonna pick this girl. Her name Turquoise. And this game is very pronoun friendly. So as dreamy as SpookyCon was, it was also came with its own set of pressures, some of which were already knew so well. And at the end of those 4 days, the after party loomed over our heads, posing that one evergreen question. Will we get a date for that night? As uncertainty plagued our hearts, we couldn't help but think of the 6 highest nerds at the con. So we an eldritch Kiri who went from endless deity to and harbinger of destruction to author of the renowned fanfic Liam Prom. Liam is probably one of the OGs from the first one. He's been in it from the beginning. Liam D. Lioncourt, a hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid the fact that he was truly a lovable dork. Sorry. Trying to position the camera and where so I can still look at the camera and hear. Whose standoffish demeanor hid the fact that he was truly a lovable dork. Doug Campbell, a kind-hearted slime that was incredibly broke from supporting all the fandoms he loved. Omen, an evil overlord that was recently freed from imprisonment in exchange for giving up her passion for stabbing people. And Nico Sharp, an over-the-top mimic who preferred cosplay over shapeshifting, even if they weren't the best at getting into character. And April 1st, a clown idol who was actually obligated to bottle up all her non-camera ready emotions inside cute mascots. Basically, these balloon animals appear even though when she's feeling a non-camera ready emotion or, thought over her head. It had to be one of them, but who? We had 4 days to gather some courage and shoot our shot. That was the worst that could happen, being rejected and alone the rest of our lives, haha. We've had our fair share of the love and rejection. This surely wasn't our first rodeo. And as we've grown to know ourselves better, we realized we felt more confident. Okay, list 3 things you like. Magical. Okay, so what should we pick? Owning you're a clown, magical girl transformations, shiny dice, strategies and tricks for claw machines, stupidly specific panels. Okay, these all have something attached to each character. Okay, stabbing is definitely Omen. Evil wearer interior design. I think that would be it. Tiny dice would be stupid. Specific panels might be. These also very hard to. You need to have smarts. Rama might be Zoe. Tiny dice. Might be Doug. Cosplay is 4 by my neck. I'm trying to think. This is definitely so. Alright. Just I'm just trying to figure out. There's some tricks for machines. Curving nuanced lines. I'm trying to figure out. This is supposed to be dug. I guess we're going. I'm just trying to clear and ship dynamics. Avoid omen. Let's go magical. Choose your top 3 villain archetypes. We can pick 3. We weren't new to all this, so this is the time we challenged ourselves with the goal over and finding love. Support of Zoe and Liam, we have decided to take on the project we have been putting off for too long. Making our own comic. We had so many ideas, and yet we always found excuses not to work on them. This thing likes to call me out. I really have been sort of working on the comic. Reading this. One is perfectly setting to find inspiration and go for it. You want fighting, something that's or like superhero, little girl. I'm afraid we're gonna get something weird. You know what? This is probably mystery or like crime, sci-fi. You know what? Girl. The fear of failure had stopped us for too long, but then we reminded ourselves of the one thing that always kept us going. We were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. So if we, so yeah, we have smarts. Okay, so we have smarts, creativity, so we can go for Liam. Let's put our phone up. This, I think, is. I think. Okay, this will show you how to put our fun up. There's an auction going on at the community zone where auctioning the original notebook from Death Note, starting at 100 monsters. You could kill so many people with that notebook. You yell 200 monsters. Everyone in the con is broke AF, so you get the notebook. Make sure no one steals it. You decide to write your own name in it. You're gonna die. 3 seconds later, nothing happens. That no isn't real dumb. You still had +2 fun, but playing pretend, no. You then look over to see Liam, Omen, Doug, and Nico chatting in front of the scoreboard sports in your con. You better check this anonymously out. They say, do you want to play imaginary ball with us? You basically sit together and imagine you're playing a ball game. It's fun, probably. Ready to play? Let's have me against all of you. So you made a critical strategic error, vampire. One versus 4 is a completely unfair distribution. You're right, it is completely unfair for you 4. It is on, and you and your friends sit down, close your eyes, and start imagining as hard as you can. You imagine yourself on the bench. You don't want to be left out, but you don't want to play sports either, even if they are imaginary. Do any of you see the ball? No, just the insides of my eye sockets. Are we winning? I've just scored a point. What? How? Forfeit your point to me or forfeit your life. Yes, I score again. You think maybe Liam's full of it, but then a referee shows up and awards Liam 2 imaginary points. Wow, nice. I wish I were half the athlete you are, Liam. Liam somehow stomps everyone's ass an imaginary ball. The crowd is formed to cheer him on. He's up 20-0, which is to say he keeps repeating, "Ha, I score again," with his eyes closed. Well, sorry, games. Oh, sorry, gang, I gotta hit the bench. I think I twisted my imaginary ankle. Behind, be gone from me. Say, get in here and win me some points, or I'll twist both your imaginary ankles. You don't have an imaginary medical insurance. You better beat Liam at his own game, but how? Enemy mastermind plot twist. Reveal that you imagine that 1 week before your team paid millions of imaginary dust to hire Liam. So all his points have been for your team. Throw Liam off by asking why he isn't wearing imaginary pants in the imaginary match. Okay, this one I think is creativity. We're up at 13, and this one is fun. I think this one's actually smarts, and this one's this is creativity, so we can probably go. Reveal that you imagine that 1 week before your team paid millions of imaginary dust to hire Liam, so all his points have been for your team. Yeah, I think it's smarts and creativity. Let's try this one. Liam's been on our team all along. What a twist. No, that's not true. I've never been on your team. But Sadie imagined that you were, so per the rules of the imaginary ball, it is true. You're right. The clues were staring us in the face all along. Liam's never even been wearing our team's uniform. No, I'm not. And look, he's been carrying an imaginary briefcase full of imaginary money Sadie hired him with. How could I miss that? Liam, you sly dog. I'm almost impressed. You really thought that you could deceive me, but I'm far too intelligent to be fooled by your double cross. I'm not crossing you, so you're just making stuff up. Which is probably the point of imaginary ball, but what would I know? Why would I lie about that? I could obviously never fool a smart guy like Liam. He's clearly been on his strategy with me the whole time. No, of course I knew about City's plan all along. It's just that we thought if we were told all of you before the match, it would be too confusing as a strategy for you. It's true, it's very confusing for me. Did we win? We did. 3 cheers for Liam. Hip hip hooray. So you all hoist Liam in the air and cheer for him like the star athlete he is. Well, not literally. You sit in the circle and imagine that you're doing it. It's still epic. Yeah, so you're smart. But we are fun dropped. In terms of it. So yeah, if you in this game, if you like smarts is tied to fun, so if you gain smarts you lose fun. So and you can't go to the same one twice. See, now I can't go here, and that's one thing. You can only go like one part of it each round. You can smarts would be show. That's game boldness. Walking around the lobby, you see a kid tripping and scratching his knees. Stupid kids. When will they learn? Am I a anglerfish? Yeah, I also this game can be. Sorry, I don't know what that thing sound was. Still, you decided to take pity on him. You don't know how to comfort a child, so you just pat his head and say you have no enemies. You leave proud of your words of wisdom. He doesn't stop crying, but you gain +2 boldness from how cool you looked inside you. You, Liam, Doug, and April are leaving a panel when you pass a huge werebeetle holding a free hug sign. Hello, lovely people. Does anyone want a hug? It's on me. Oz, I love hugs. Put her there, pal. Wait, Doug, you don't know where that hug has been. Haven't you heard of the notorious hug dealers? They lure in lonely, touch-starved victims by giving them the first hug for free. Sorry, hair's been driving nuts. As soon as you get addicted to their tender embrace, then you have no choice but to pay for your subsequent hugs. It's too dangerous to risk. But just let him hug me. I am addicted now. Am I gonna die? Maybe. Rip. R.I.P. you, buddy. I'll take the hug too. I'm in solidarity with Doug. I wouldn't mind having my bones crushed by this guy's enormous veiny arms. Thanks. Arm day is my favorite day. I can hug strangers so much. No, April, don't make the same mistakes I did. You don't want to live life enslaved to insatiable hug cravings. We might still be able to save you, Doug, but we have to act fast, or soon the only embrace you'll know is the sweet embrace of death. Your friends and I helping, so it's up to you. How can you make sure this guy's hugs are clean so everyone will chill out? Give him your bank account password to see what he does. If he doesn't steal all your money, you'll know you can trust him. Send the hug to the lab for full analysis to see if this might require. Okay, this one doesn't have money. So, yeah, definitely not this one. This one. Okay, so this one is probably. This one's probably bold. This one's boldness, which we do not have. Send the hug for lab, so I think we'll go with this one. I actually like the color. What's the forensics labs? A scientist dons a full body hazmat suit and allows a shady looking guy to hug her. This guy is actually unadulterated and amphetamines, cough syrup, and bad body odor. It must be a form from someone else giving me a bad hug. I don't know nothing, I swear. Bullshit, and tell us everything you know about you and the hug mafia, or the hug mafia, or only thing you'll be hugging are the bars of yourself. I'm sorry to interrupt, but I may have a hug addiction. I don't want it. You look stressed, but I want a hug. Don't touch me, you're the source of my stress. I guess a hug wouldn't help me chill out. Hug backsliding array, test this man's hugs doctor, and Mr. 100 ccm into my friend's stat. The scientist hoses her hazmat suit off and embraces the werebeetle. A tear slowly drips down her gas mask. This hug is clean. It only has friendliness and good intentions. It evokes the feelings of your father finally approving of your choices. God damn, this game is up. Well, that's a relief. I'm sorry I doubted you, big. It's okay. I get it. There are a lot of sketchy people out there. What about a group hug to leave all that behind? Well, if you insist. The nice stranger tightly embraces you, Doug and April. Yeah, see, she like you can get rid of. What? Nothing. You lose, okay, -2 charm for not trusting the hug in first place, but gain +2 smarts for trusting science instead. See, we did lose charm. I think. Can we? Sorry, I'm at it. This is charm, so we can put our charm is here. This one is creative. You're in your hotel room unpacking your bags. Crap, you forgot your cosplay underwear. You wanted your cosplay 100% faithful, but now you're forced to use your regular underwear. This is technically imper imperceptible cosplay tragedy. I feel your take +2 creativity to imagine you're wearing underwear you left at home. You're a group of angry protesters outside the con. You, Zoe, Liam, and Doug get close. Your nosiness knows no bounds. Weebs, nerds, get back to her nerds we don't want here. What's going on here? Dear viewers, we stand in front of the Moscone, which has attracted a considerable number of self-proclaimed nerds to our city. Several concerned citizens have been come out into the streets protesting about the danger of these strange creatures pose to our society. Who are you calling strange creature? I'm merely a centuries-old vampire with an occasional shape-shifting ability. I'm sorry if I offended you. I merely state the facts as I get them, and I got them from the protesters. Well, those facts are a load of crap. I may have several months of reality-destroying powers, but I'm not dangerous. Not true. Demonstrator interprets nerds will end society as we know it. According to the blogs, read they never have sex. According to the blogs I read, they never have sex. Some of us do. Yes, some. Well, that's even worse because you're gonna fill the world with nerd babies. Pretty soon the entire population will look weird like you. Interesting. Tell me more about this nerd replacement theory. If you keep writing bullshit, I'm going to report you. She's threatening you with violence. Never mind, Zoe. It's pointless to try to convince them. We can only fight against this pack of lies with even more persuasive lies. OCD is an expert making up facts. Go ahead, show them. Fandom culture has produced more art and fiction in the last 10 years than the 18th and 9th centuries combined. Probably one we'll go with. Weebs and nerds are uniquely good at taming tarantulas. They are the only thing standing between us and a tarantula-controlled society. So, it's either one or two. I think I'm going to take the caption so you can actually... 1 minute. Yeah, so okay. Which one should we pick? One or two? I'm just, this comes into our fandom cultures produce more art and fan in the last 10 years and 18th and 19th centuries combined. Probably would be smart, not smart. This one might be fun. I think we may have to go with the first one. Is that true? Of course, may have written 15 novels, but his efforts pale in comparison to the 14 million works available on fan fiction sites like AO4. Exactly. Check out this user Cerulean Blood AB there. They've written 63 fanfics, and the longest one is 86 chapters long. But quality trumps quantity. I've never read Dickens, but I'm sure he is way better than that nerd. Let's read a summary of one of their fics. This human is on fire, a Dragon Heat Pokemon crossover. Kevin Bleacher has a promising quarterback in college, but severe injury forced him to abandon his dreams and left him impotent in more than one sense. He injured his dick. See, fanfic can also tackle relatable issues. I guess whatever you did is oops. Just seeing if what happened with one gang banned spam detection. Fanfic can also tackle relatable issues. Everything changes when Kevin is captured by Harold McDonghart, a fiery hot dragon who will use him in a illegal human street fight. Never mind. Little by little, with Harold's help, Kevin will recover and the will to fight, and the guy at the dragon, keep reading. I thought you were protesting. There's always time for that. I want to know how this ends first. You saved nerd culture, thanks. So not so bold, but you saved nerd culture thanks to a horny ass fan. You win +2 creativity, but lose -2 bold. We need to make sure that these do not drop. I think so. Yeah, I think we have one more until we do something. Do we have the main stage? I guess we can go and Marts. You sit down to watch a panel about new proposed TTR PG classes. There are tons of cool options like insurance salesperson, horse with a knife shoes, and Steve. Your mind is bursting with the new TTRPG world building ideas to count Steve's naturally overpowered abilities, giving you +2 smarts. Some glow sticks in your vocal warm-ups. You, Liam, and Doug are watching April perform a concert. Ooh, go Aprils, knock 'em dead. This is Doug, by the way. You know she doesn't go on stage for another hour, right? Yeah, but I still want her to know we're here to support her so she'll do well. Fortunately, whether or not April's concert goes well is out of all our hands. A good idol concert needs a rigor, cohesion, functional glow stick choreography. And April's fools, well, just look at them. You will look out proud attempting to pump her glow sticks to the beat of a song playing on the loudspeaker. We're trying to time your heart to the and as synchronous beat to the April's Fools produce your truly go into cardiac arrest. And synchronous beat and guns, they are really terrible. If April's concert is bad, she'll be so sad she might get depressed, quit music, and shave all our hair off. It's a bit extreme. Extreme problems require extreme freakouts, Liam. We have to make sure this concert goes well. April's life basically depends on it. Up to you guys to save the concert. How can you make April's Fools be more in sync? Make a deal with the devil. April's Fools, this is boldness. We don't have boldness. April's Fools will gain decent coordination in exchange for 10 years of their lives. Thank you. Harvest all their small actions. Read more. Steal their souls and hoard them all together inside a single raccoon, and then bring them back. Like a coordination of furry boot camp. Coordination furry boot camp. Okay, this is. Yeah, this one I think is. This. I think we have to go to the weird one. We do not have the other. It's still an hour before the concert, more than enough time for bonding by raccoons, some serious spellcasting. What just happened? I feel crowded and stinky. I'm kind of rabid. Same, Oliven suggests that Sage just harvested our souls instead of a single raccoon. What? God damn it, I hate it when she does this. Look at this is happening for. I'm so sorry if OBS keep going in and out. It's not. It's not so bad. We just have to synergize with the hundreds of other April Fools in here. How is that not so bad? Let's just make the rest of our bad situation alright. Here's no room for negativity in this raccoon. We're all gonna work together to control the body. Liam, you want to be in charge of the toes and left eardrum? Or the uterus? Uterus, you say, what would, that would be new for me. Am I? You reserve the spell an hour later. You reverse the spell an hour later. Please impregnate me. I don't want to lose my egg. Oh, it's over, thank God. Say you'll be hearing from my therapist. April goes on stage to perform and the concert goes off without a hitch. Furry Boot Camp was a success. Thanks for coming, guys. We had a really good show tonight and the crowd was so in sync. Would you say we were so in sync as if it was as if we'd bonded over operating the body of a small animal together? Did he do the harvest everyone's souls in a raccoon thing again? Yes. Oz, you're the best. You gain +2 smarts and -2 boldness. Never underestimate the power team building inside the body of a raccoon. This is another. We just sit next to. Don't even know who we're. Well, it looks like we just go Liam. We definitely need to not stop using up our boldness. Watch a movie, visit a museum. Okay, these are more. Go for a walk, visit a museum, movie. So the Chili Peppers wasn't how weird they were so weird. You and Liam decide to visit a oops. Obviously Liam is Liam is in his element. He has copious amounts of information of every little weird sculpture lump or abstract blob you see. Suddenly he stops in front of a huge abstract painting and doesn't say anything. You're not sure if he's moved beyond words or for once he has no clue what it means. But he looks super cute when you stand next to him in silence for a while looking at the art. It feels nice and intimate. What would they do? Cons a whirlwind activity overstimulation, but somehow you find time to work on your comment. Time to brainstorm. What would be a weird yet cool explanation for why you made $1 million last year? The correct use of grammar infuriated a lot of people online and would make money. And you made money out of it. Uranus, but trust me, it's cool. People got into buying merch of your face ironically, and you made money unironically, so them. Yeah. It's maybe you know what choose. So, um, if you could remove something from your day-to-day life, what would you remove? People who don't realize how beautiful your hair is, doing your taxes, everything that's not pizza. Okay, so if you could remove something from your life, day-to-day life, what would you remove? Doing your taxes, but that might deplete our smarts. This is fun. What? so now we should be. We need to boost our boldness. You're at the lobby with some random person mistakes you for a friend of a friend, and he apparently has met twice in his life. You were too shy to correct him, so you hang together for the couple of hours. It's when he's insisting you add to a New Year's Eve. Insisting you to add you to a New Year's Eve party group chat that you finally gather the bravery to explain that you are not who he believes you are. Better late than never. Here, have to boldness. He still adds you to the group chat. You join an open enrollment PTRPG event. Liam has been gaming and Wyverns and Wizards campaign for a couple of sessions, and you wanted to join and support him. You know Liam can be an acquired taste, so you thought you could help him be more digestible to strangers experiencing him for the first time. Greetings everyone, this is my friend Sadie, and she will be joining our little adventure here. Marvelous, a friend of Liam is a friend of ours. They seem to be partial to Liam. Maybe he hasn't Liamed all over the place yet. That's good, this way you can cushion any bad impact once he does his thing. Okay, so bring you up to speed, we've been investigating a mysterious black fog that's been coming from the mountains. I told you guys, I think it's an army of chain smokers. Girl here is the titular jester, always with a joke in hand. That's what she said. Oh, well, stop being this funny for a second, would you? This session we just arrived in this town. We should resume our investigation. Say we hit the tavern. Best case scenario, we get some answers. Worst case scenario, we get some beers. Tavern's brimming with noise and life. Everyone feels warm, particularly of the golden oak women, partly because the small towns tend to bring everyone closer, both figuratively and literally. In the air you can smell hints of wine. Since your druid has enhanced senses, she can tell it's a Pinot Grigio. You can miss the citrus notes of a Pinot Grigio showcases in cooler climates, such as this. Oh, Liam does that. Does it again. Okay, this is just Liam, you know, maybe you can crack a joke, dilute his degree of snobbishness. Yeah, he always makes you feel like you were actually there. Liam, has anyone ever told you that you have the soul of a poet? That's not all. Just look at a Pinot Grigio, it's a real wine. Even the citrus. Liam, are you some kind of wine genius or what? Is Liam shedding a tear? Okay, so you know the drill. I gotta go order some waffles and beer. It wouldn't be served waffles of the waffle order if I didn't order them at every tavern we hit. Can you choose to interrogate the meantime? I know I'm bad at that stuff. Sir Waffles is only nose punching and waffles. This is your chance to make a good first impression. You take a look around the tower while Liam describes the people in there and narrow it down to the two people who may know about the black fog. The janitor that cleans the tavern's bathrooms, it's clearly Liam's clever way of saying this character has seen some shit. The mysterious looking purple guy, that's definitely not Liam's self-insert character. No horse can resist self-inserting. And so we have let's see which one should we. I know the janitor, this one is probably one's probably smart. This one's probably more creativity. I think we're gonna have to go with the self-insert character. Because we don't have. Okay, I'll ask him, excuse me, sir, do you have any information about the smoke coming from the mountains? Look, once again, I sit here with a quill clearly in hand, yet everyone constantly bothers me and doesn't care a whit for my poems. Oh, sorry, I didn't know you were busy. Why do you even bother with poetry anymore? There's love of the craft, sure, but one side loves a lonely relationship with art. Actually, a one-sided love is lonely relationship with art could be turned into a decent iambic for pentameter, and should write this down. Jeez, Liam, I wasn't gonna say anything at first, but this guy would be more of a self-insert. But don't be ridiculous. Lockhart, I have nothing to do with each other. He's literally obsessed with iambic pentameter, just like you. Anyone would be obsessed with iambic pentameter. They were lucky enough to encounter it. Your poetry sounds interesting to me. What's iambic pentameter? So glad you asked. It's a poetic form that's common in English poetry. Oh, sorry, I was asking Locke. That in character. My apologies. I'm so glad you asked. It's a poetic form common to English poetry. It goes 20-minute session of yamming all over you four. It's, as no one says, I am Vic Pentameter terrific. It was super interesting. Sometimes the thing that was super interesting, shall we ask about the warlock and the fog now? Good call, allow me. Mr. Lockhart, would you be so kind to tell us all you know about the smoke coming from the mountains? They really look into this. I am Pentameter. William takes a minute to respond. You swear he's shedding it here again. It would be my pleasure. William proceeds to call. I am Pentameter. Not so smart. Thing, these people truly have good vibes. You gain +2 creativity and lose -2 smarts. At least it's one that we sorry. This one fun. Check out the games going on the commute zone and you find an area dedicated to retro video games. You start playing some N64 games, then you go further back in time, play the original Super Mario. You round out your playing session by playing checkers in the royal game of UR. Your Mesopotamian gaming skills grant you +2 fun. Owen and Doug are fulfilling some volunteer hours by officiating the Pokemon's trading card game tournament. Didn't even fucking you and Liam are also there, Liam, because he loves correcting people on rules. You, because it's increasingly clear that you're the only at this con to hang around your hot friends. Okay, so we're wrapping up the final match now. So when you get the trophy. What trophy? The one I gave you this morning. Oh, I thought you were awarding that trophy specifically to me. Why would I give you a trophy? I don't know, best volunteer and best woman were my best guesses. Well, those are great guesses. Indeed, maybe the trophy was for best guesser. It wasn't. It's the trophy for the winner of this tournament. Go grab it. The award ceremony should start any minute. We may have a problem. What's wrong? See, I did that thing. What do you call it nowadays? I did a pawn to the trophy. Why would you pawn a trophy? It was my trophy. I'll do what I want. It was never your trophy. Well, definitely isn't now that I pawned it. Crapsy, it'd be great if you could think of something to award the winner before our manager hears about this. Award them all professional gamers seek a coupon for parental approval of their life choices. Give them a drinking glass. Trophies are a very inefficient container for liquids anyway. This one is probably smart, and this one's creativity. You pick this one. Later at the con banquet, all the various tournament winners are boasting about their epic and hideously enormous trophy. Here's my trophy. The rest of the winners cheer. You think your stupid wine glass can compare to the trophies? Pathetic. Go home, loser. A waiter comes by to bring everyone wine. Pour wine my big, amazing trophy, says one winner, so I can really taste the victory. You watch the tournament winners fill their huge wine and struggle tremendously to drink it. It's a lot of cut lips. Who knew unbuffed Mel could be such a crummy drinking cup? This must be one of those stupid stats symbols I don't understand. At least the Pokemon's winner drinking wine out of her wine glass looks elegant and normal. So ironic in a way with her humble glass, she became the true winner of the banquet. Isn't that the ultimate trophy? Then that means we're also winners because we're using regular glasses and we got the manager to leave us alone. Once again, everything comes up omen. But it was Sadie's idea. Yes, but I had not lost the trophy in the first place. I never would have tasted this sweet victory. No need to thank me. You will drink some wine out of your practical glasses mini trophies. You gain +2 smarts and lose -2 charm. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure it out. How many hours in 1 hour, but can't go there. No, go to the ones. You're walking around the merch hall, sipping a cup of coffee. Suddenly, a deluxe box set edition of One Kick Boy makes you spit out your coffee. Spit take a lot lands on the box set because you have great aim, but very bad luck. The vendor gives you the box at a discount. After all, it's not in mint condition anymore. Brand new box set and your excellently spitting skills give you +2 charm. Then you and Liam and Doug are in the area of your con you've never seen before. It's very dimly lit and you hear screams in the distance. It's that blood on the floor. What are you doing here, Liam? I thought you were taking me to the merch hall. As if the merch hall even knew of mustachioid merman. Got your collection now. We can only find it here. But this place isn't even on the con map. Look, it says do not enter and it's covered with a skull and crossbones sign. It's meant to scare away the amateurs. If you know where to turn and whom to ask. There's a whole black market for these things. It seems impossible to find. Right, so who do we ask? Every time I make an eye contact with somebody, they make throat slitting gesture. Come on, Doug, they're more scared of you than you are of them. Oh good, they must be terrified then. Here, I'll show you. Excuse me, sir. What do you want, wimp? I'm looking for a certain mustachioid man, and I'll be willing to pay to meet him. Wink. As you say, you're hitting on me. Get ready to kiss the barrel of my gun, you purple. My street lingo is a little rusty. Come on, Doug, show your volunteer badge with pride. That will show them not to mess with us. Give me 1 minute. I'm gonna be back. BRB. Just Yeah, I might have to go eat soon, so I might stop stream and then come back on after the week. Right, let's go to games, I guess. Ooh, we're back. I guess my street link was a little rusty. Come on, Doug. Show your volunteer reps with pride. And show them not to mess with us. Hey, look, I'm an official con volunteer. Oh, so you're narcs. Well, you certainly did the right thing coming with Liam and Doug. So that way you'll only be able to say goodbye when they get killed. And again, you might get killed too. That's what's worse, you will never find the mustachioid merman. But could teach these two some street smarts before the street kills them. Rent the con underbelly audio tour to learn some facts about the history of the black market and how not to die in it. Pretend to be black market critics who are writing a review for Shady Business Monthly. Everyone will be nice to you and you try to get a 5-star score. Okay, so this one is smart, this one's creativity. I think it's the other way around. And this one's smart, so we probably got to pick the first one because of our score. You whisk your friends away to rent 3 con underbelly audio guides. Seems the black market can afford a really good tourist info point. The 3 of you put your headphones and start walking. Welcome to the official con underbelly audio tour. You will learn about the darkest corners of the con and hopefully leave happy and alive. You look to your left, you'll see one of the hottest murder spots in the area, and the sharp as the pitch black shadows and sound isolation have turned into a classic crime scene. In fact, someone is probably getting stabbed right there now. It's truly a make of cute face for the camera. A couple of blocks ahead, you'll see a rotting brick. The most famous corpse in the underbelly. He's been laying unclaimed for years. Poor guy, no one claimed him. And there's also the fact that he got murdered. Over the years, it has become a charming landmark and classic meeting place, thanks to his distinct smell. Isn't that nice? He found a purpose in life. Let's take a selfie with him. You're right, you'll see you, Shady Sean, go-to guy for smuggled goods, freshly extracted liver. Talk to him if you want a souvenir. William, can we stop and buy a souvenir? I suspect the souvenir is a bullet hole, Doug. On the other hand, he might know where to get the gotcha. And where he does, you buy the mustachioid merman in exchange for a liver. You volunteer as the donor because you're feeling generous, plus you'll grow back probably. And plus do smarts for enjoying some tourism but lose creativity. And negative 1 liver. I might have to end soon because I probably eat. or great. Slow. We can't go there. We have to go. At the hotel, you carefully put on until you're ready to go. Except, you feel rumble in your belly. No time to take off the costumes, so you have to poop in cosplay. It's a strange experience. You rarely see fictional character pooping. It's cosplaying gives you better understanding of the character. Here's let's do creativity from broadening your knowledge in such an unexpected way. Get back to the hotel room with Liam and Owen and walk in on Doug, letting the spooky con mascot use his laptop for some reason. Here's the serious thing. Hey guys, I'd like you to meet my friend Pom Pom. He's helping me get a better life. What do you mean by that? We got to chatting outside, and I was thinking about how much I love comics, movies, because you can live vicariously through the character. He said he knows a way for me to live a new life in real life. We just have to swap identities. He's almost done using my birth certificate and social security number to make pretend ID with my name and face on it. Don't let him do that. He's stealing your identity. Oh, he's swapping identities with me. Don't worry, it's even trade. Yep. Doug's clean criminal record, and he gets a daily call from my parole officer. You're not Liam. I have an idea. Woman snatches Doug's laptop out of Pom Pom's hands and throws it out of the window. Hey, I was using that. I'm not leaving until I get a new identity. That's fair. It's not fair. He's trying to scam you. Hey, I said he could have a new identity. I'm a slime of word. Maybe you have a spare identity that he can have, Sadie. Trying to put your years' experience creating amazing TRPG character sheets to work. This is the same thing, but illegal. This is the same thing, but try incarcerating a proven form of evolution with non-crab organism above crab-like body plan. We're gonna go with the first one. Every time I pick the weird one, it backfires. That wouldn't even work. Character sheets have no legal bearing on. Okay, Pom Pom, you can either do a melee build or a caster build and healer build, which sounds the most fun. I guess melee? Melee is good, but it's weaker without a party. I recommend balancing yourself with some healing spells, or at least a toughness feat. Why do you care? I thought you said this would not work. At least, well, it won't, but if you're all going to do dumb shit, you should at least do it well. Time to pick your class and stats. What do you want to be proficient in, buddy? I guess being good at stealing and avoiding the cops would be pretty great for me. Rogue it is. Oh, that sounds compelling. Can I be a rogue instead of A reformed villain? No. Killjoy. How do you... Now you gotta pick your name. It's critical. A good name can make or break your TTRPG experience. I don't know. You got any ideas? Fortunately for you, I have already chosen the best name in existence, but it is not too late for you to take a second prize and become Omen Jr. As Omen Jr. leaves the register his character sheet at the TMV you gain +2 creativity, helping him remake himself, but -2 smarts. Now there's a one with taste for mystery. Grab a box, any box, they're all the same and all infinitely different. So, Bell Daniel does nothing. Stats, but now there are people is based on the stat icons from popular video game Human Prom. They're said to have slightly different effect on people's stats. Zodiac Thirst Cosmic Offs includes the first selection of 6 out of the 12 star signs you can date in an acclaimed dating sim. These figurines are said to have includes I hit my brain. So Cosmos, these figures are claimed to have slight effects on people's stats. Want to test your fortitude? Buff bugs. So do you like buff bugs? And Moralize is some of the most legendary wrestlers of Underground Insect League. Popular years ago, but beware, these big must come with big effects on stats. And these will Landmarks in Love is a series of handsome figurines that are said to take effect on specific places for those who want locations to get spicier. My Weird Little Village brings figurine from one of the most popular neighbors of cozy yet creepy game. They are said to be cursed. They profoundly impact your own self or ones you're trying to romance. You eyeing Major Arcana No Mercy as some of the best characters from hit anime of the same name. Figurines are all about sound the video for some reason. Ooh. A lot of these are going to affect our stats. I'm just like yet cozy creepy game. They said to be cursed. Yeah, this will just make the locations a little weirder, I think. Let's just do this one because I'm afraid of it. Snap. Classic Coliseum. Community Zone is now married to Fortune. Upon entering, the amount of stat players receive will be decided by a die roll. Excellent purchase, if I may say so. Now, be a doll and keep the line moving. Can you guess what time it is? Yep, it's comic time. Time to brainstorm. You know you shouldn't, but you were totally getting the gift for your nephew's getting this gift for your nephew's 5th birthday. Speaking of lawyers, one day he might need it. Collection of your strong opinions on meat industry of internet won't listen to you. Maybe 5-year-old will. But one with some cute pattern print. Okay, now it's the top 2. Collection of your strong opinions in the meat industry, the internet will listen to you. Maybe a 5-year-old will. Team of lawyers. Ooh, this one. What terrible thought keeps you up at night? Real you died. Real you died years ago, and you're just AI replica replacing it. France doesn't exist, it's just a product of your collective imagination. I probably want you dead. At some point of your life, you will be forced to eat. God. Let's go with this. The creepy one. So yeah, this one will be a dice roll. Boldness. You're flaunting your cosplay all over the lobby. Suddenly you lock eyes with someone else. Somebody cosplaying your character's arch nemesis. You both freeze in place, facing each other. Sparks fly between you, the angry kind of sparks. You make your best threatening face and she leaves. Maybe this was all in your head and she was just weirded out. Whenever you gain +2 boldness for facing your worst enemy. Later you head to the community zone for another session of Liam's TTRPG campaign. Last session you learn that a warlock is creating the black fog for some sinister plot, and not too soon today you wake up the fog blackening the village. Uh-oh, so I bet that means the warlock's about to attack. Villagers must be freaking out. Actually, the smoke is giving the villagers a giggly head eye. Most of them are just having a good time in the town plaza. They're now throwing a party and they're calling the Lollapalooza of the 14th century. I got this. I'm gonna stand up on a box and try to get everyone's attention. Hey everyone, stop dancing and get the hells out before you get hurt. No way, boo. A drunk villagess is doing recreational drugs and shaking my posture is a way more fun than listening to logic or reason. Yeah, Liam, shut up. Another villager adds, even if your words are sensible and smart, I prefer to call you a nerd and start a fire for no good reason. Liam? Yes. No, I mean the second villager called me Liam. My character's name is Sir Waffle. Oh yeah, that's right, my bad. It's temporary lapse. He meant to say Sir Waffles. He's projecting much, poor Liam. Guys, we're getting that these villagers are actually worth saving. I'm sure these villagers are actually worth saving. Of course they aren't, they're just need to think of a way to get them to leave. If Sir Waffles isn't one for plans, wish I could be at that tavern eating some waffles and drinking some beer. Maybe they need some tough love. Let's attack them until they decide to leave on their own. Now you're not resorting to violence yet. How can you convince the villagers to evacuate? Just rebrand the evacuation as a pilgrimage, medieval, sort of super into religious stuff. People are bad at taking any dangers they can't see seriously. Give them some danger so they can unhinge your bees pour out. Let's go with the first one. Can I have a box? Be my guest. People of the village, come bearing important message. We all start pilgrimage to the woods. Why should we do that? We don't care for the woods or slam poetry. We care for partying and making bad life choices. We could no, not yet, Sadie. You have to think that the villagers if you want them to listen to you. To the village, there's a very good reason we all must pilgrimage the woods. I was there last week and I saw some incredible talking dog. Your roll is 17, okay? A villager says. Tell us more about this talking dog. Was it amusing? It had the energy of 100 japes. Even the king's personal jester could dream of being half as jocose as a talking dog was. You roll a 13, but you get +2 for using medieval sounding sorcery worthy words. Villagers finally leave the town lured by the promise of talking dog that may or not be a religious thing. You're such an MVP. But oh boy, it sure was frustrating to try to talk some sense to people while they were trying so hard to take you seriously. Right? I've played tabletop RPGs before there, but most of the conflict is fighting some baddies. This felt really realistic. How do you even come up with these ideas? I can say that, as most artists do, I draw from my own experiences. Oh yikes, you have to go through it yourself, Liam? Sorry to hear that. Maybe this means you're a genius. Let's not forget about the other genius in this room, Sadie. Let's go to the tavern to celebrate. This Vickler waffles are on me. Go to celebrate later. Your party ends the session. You lose -2 points plus gain +2 creativity for abandoning the evacuation. Excuse me. Be fun. Could have used the bowl. I think I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna get off stream on and finish. Eat. Or I might just continue this game. I'm gonna come back on. Leave it. One more. Send attend a round table on round tables with name subject. We discuss some conferences of tables, rank building materials, and rank back. And talk about famous knights that have sat around tables of old. We also talk plenty of share about a square and a rectangle tables. At right angles, you gain +4 fun because the circle's the most hilariously shaped. Am I right? And what was the dice thing? George, you meet up with Liam, Zoe, Doug, and April to attend a roundtable discussion about harem animes. Time to her natural horniness to shine. Fellow harem enjoyers, these genres at risk. The industry is running out of ideas. How many tsunderes playing Bach can we enjoy until it feels like it's too tired? Inventive tropes make for better harem rosters, and better harem rosters make every love interest shine brighter. Now, Zoe, for once, I think you're 100% on the same page. Heck, look at Liam here. Back in Spooky Academy, he was undoubtedly the weakest link of the romance roster. Wait, what? You're aided by a much stronger roster. Even Liam is cool. What? Liam used to not be cool? Thanks, Doug. We must ask more of ourselves. Who is our bar as consumers and creators? Here's a romance roster of 6 love interests are two angry demons. But should we reinvent the wheel though? If tropes have been there since the dawn of time, maybe it's because they do work. Yeah, the cute but secret Merle's pink yandere clown is right. They do work, but can't we push further than that? Let's compromise. We keep our Tsunderes, Genkai girls, and yanderes, but let's try to come up with one innovation to the genre. It seems once again it's up to you to solve the conflict, but proposing one of 2 ideas for the narrative function within this group. Just groundbreaking new type of character for the roster of anime. The model train enthusiast, she will love you more than she loves model trains. People are starting to become immune to Sunrise harsh personalities. They want a personality that feels getting hit by lightning. They want the thunder. This one's boldness, so I think we're gonna go with the one. I have no boldness whatsoever. Yes, being passionate about your hobby is always sexy. Okay, but I have to know, does she end up loving the main character more than she likes dreams? See, that surely feels like a novel conflict for MC to overcome. And that's rough. I can't compete with that. I don't think I'm cooler than trains. Don't say that, Doug. You are cool. Let's be realistic though. There are some really cool trains out there. Liam, what? Some trains are cooler than any of us. What's on your mind, April? You've been quiet. Sorry, I was thinking, what if, as they grow closer to the model train enthusiast, remembers that she knew the MC from childhood. I guess the classic trope of the childhood promise, and then they use to bond over model trains, just to be together when they grow up. No, I was thinking more like, what if the MC used to be a train until the curse turned him into a regular person with amnesia? Then he discovers his memory, and the train realizes She doesn't have to choose. Her true love's kiss breaks the curse and regains its original forms of tree. And then they have a raunchy, steamy sex. It's basically, I guess, her lust. Personality. Steamy, huh? Hey. What is going on in your brain, April? You don't want to know, Hong Kong. You spend the rest of the day brainstorming this superb new twist. God. I was trying not to fucking. I should have gone with the other one. I think we're gonna lose both, so we're gonna probably lose this. By the end of the panel, you realize you are a very rare level. You're in a highly ineffective archetype for fighting games. Makes sense. You are a better fit for dating sim. Being +2 smarts for achieving such self-awareness. Doug and Nico invite you to Liam to a classic Pokemon's movie watch party happening in the auditorium. You can't wait to relive something so dear in your childhood. So welcome, Poke fans. Before we start, we'd like to introduce ourselves. We've been hired to represent More Chips Pokemon's newest sponsor. As soon as we expect to find references to your fabulous products sprinkled all over the IP that you love. Like finding delicious more chips crumbs all over your furniture. What's going on? Is More Chips gonna own Pokemons now? Pokemans? Pokemon used to be the cartoon that brought me joy on Saturday mornings. Now, I never thought this was a real goal was to make money. So Pokemon's a brand now that blows. I mean, Pokemans is a brand already, to be fair. What? Do you two understand cartoons and games are products that, although creative, aim to make money? No way. Pokemon's has always been about the power of friendship and catching all the Pokemon. God, Pokemons must be in the form of a toy or a t-shirt. Wait. So everything that brings us joy actually owned by brands. How deep is the rabbit hole? Oh, Liam, are we owned by brands? It depends how many online tracking companies you accepted over the years. So, one thing to open your friends' eyes to your capitalistic hellscape, but you rather not completely break their spirit. Think a way to calm Doug and go down. Trust the cycle of late capitalism before your existential dread runs too high. A brand surely release something shiny and new to distract you. Build the ultimate defense against the dreadful close of brands, a pillow fight. I think we're gonna go with this one. In a half an hour, and your friends have built one hell of a pillow for you. You'll need to help hide inside. I'm scared. What do you think is happening out there? Then just someone knocks an insurance pillow. Doug moves to open it. Stop. We don't know who that is. But It could be someone like us needing refuge from late capitalism. Or it could be a brand trying to get inside. Please let me in, Doug. I'm a little girl. It's scary out here. See? She's just wait. I never told you my name. I have your favorite chips out here now in delicious Cool Ranch flavor. It's 2 bags for the price of 1. Let me in and I'll show you. Go away, evil temptress. Dougie, it's your mom. Come out here and sign up for this monthly chip delivery service. If I get a new subscriber, I'll get a big discount to do it for mommy. No, get out of my head. Look, it's me, famous Hollywood actor Chad Pratt. It's try his chips and I gotta say, banish you from these grounds and demand that you leave my friend alone. You wouldn't want to anger a true vampire. Liam's scary when he's mad. He knows a lot of big words and to tell you how mad he is. Fine, but I'll be back, Doug, with new flavors. You guys, it took a lot of willpower to resist those chips. Whoa. Yeah, it's very didn't lose balls. Another cool path that you want to see, you gain +2 fun and negative smarts. We have smarts. Boldness, but so we need one of these. I'm in creativity. Near the merch hall, you find a mysterious fortune telling machine. There's a sign that says, "Ask a wish and Zoltaire will grant it." Originally is not your strong suit, so you have to be big. You be big and the machine spits out tickets as your wish is granted. You keep walking around, waiting to be bigger, but you don't feel any different until you look. Yes, you have a big... God. You're checking out the stands in the merch hall when Liam and Doug start fawning over a gachapon vending machines. Liam, check this out. The gachapon is filled with ID photos of random people. What a brilliant concept. It forces us to look at strangers with fresh eyes, actually notice them. Who are these people? Why are they targets assigned to the buyer to find and murder them? And no, they just collect the pictures. You just collect the pictures. Oh, I understand. Wait, no, I don't. Okay, these specific gotchas may not be your thing, but these buff birds, they're birds, but they're... I admire plastic birds' physique as much as I represent a tree's existence. So, a lot. No, I hate trees and I would never waste my hard stolen money on them or these useless playthings. Gotchas are so much better than trees. You will at least try if Sadie buys you one. That I can do if for the pleasure of seeing her squander her meager savings. You're cute to empty your wallet on the vending machine because you do whatever people tell you. Until you can only afford one, which one will you choose? Moment into the die-hard gotcha fan. go for gotcha that vows everyone cool, Tyler grade, doing sick skateboard trick. This is probably bold. A creature in a silly pose of terror. This is probably what woman would probably prefer. Tokyo, Japan, the office of big gotcha company, gotcha designers. Soichi Fukabe is a nervous wreck. He was supposed to submit a design for the new gotcha series, but by tomorrow he has nothing. Obviously, you better have hit gotcha by tomorrow morning, or the only thing that will be left you here will be your ID photo. I won't disappoint you, Mr. Takayama, on my honor. After a long ride home, Fukabe meets his brother, who is taken during his rough patch. And Soichi, you've got this. Inspiration will strike at the last minute, I'm sure of it. Dejected, Fukabe stares at his face in the mirror. Suddenly, a strange figure behind his reflection. Figure whispers, "You know what you have to do." "I can't." "You can, and you know you will," the figure replies. It's almost midnight, and the time is running out. Fukabe it's his brother. "What's wrong? Can I help you?" Yes, you can." His voice trembles and he starts doing strange hand gestures to prove performing a spell. "Ichi, what are you doing?" "Forgive me, brother." An explosion of color and light swallows Fukabe's brother, frozen in place. He realizes his terrible fate. Anyway, back to the con. Whoa, look at that expression of pure dread and horror. It's subliminally realistic. But they're just silly little toys. You can put them on your desk and look at them while you're working. Someone that's the magic of gotcha. You have a point. This horrified visage will make me laugh and keep me motivated to inflict pain and suffering wherever I go. It sounds like a win, plus 2 smarts for knowing what tickles Omen's fancy. Yet you can't avoid taking another quick look at it. Yeah, you lose negative fun. What's the con so far? Being inspirationally imprompt. Redemption arc program. It's been going good so far. I spend a good portion of the day with at my yaoi booth in the artist alley. That can get a bit exhausting. Masses crave their drawings of men, because they surely do. Luckily, some of our friends sometimes come by, either to give me some company or help me man the booth. Yeah, I think I saw April there. You're right. She stayed for a couple of hours. She really knows how to keep the crowd entertained. I offered to help her in exchange. I'm sure she could benefit from my expertise in songwriting and general knowledge of the art. She said it wasn't necessary. Yeah, surprisingly. Instead, she asked me to draw her a squat brush between a couple of muscular men to each their own taste, I suppose. In case I don't spend the whole day at the booth either. In case I don't spend the whole day at the booth either. I've been hunting for rare gachapon duck. They're like avid explorers trying to capture elusive specimens. I watch a reality show of you two going to your little explore adventure. Why not watch it? Come with us next time. Oh, I love to. It's been a good time. Sometimes even Liam to Lion Court some likes to indulge in his lowest brow passions. You want to join him in such brow? Would you check out the con schedule to see what you can do together the next day? And all of a sudden it's time for the last brainstorming session for your comic. Where did the time go? Hard truth you really need to hear today. Picky ring days doesn't make you special. You may never know where France is, and that's okay. 1 million cells in your body die every second and you're doing nothing about it. Hormones don't make you. Okay, we'll avoid that one. Okay, this is probably smart. Might lose bolts. This is bold, so we don't have that. Do not. Whatever you put here goes pretty much into that. Okay, see, John. Trend is becoming overused. What trend is becoming overused? Long lost dialogue sequences. Award be when they take a well-known intellectual property and twist. Gun juggling. We have to watch another movie with gun juggling, so help me. Things are clearly hiding something. Yeah. This boldness, which I think should. Oh, okay, we just. You're roaming around the lago and a little pulls your shirt and was, hey, you need water. It's important to stay hydrated. First you go and you get so nervous about this social interaction that you temporarily forget to properly use a bottle. You water yourself like an awkward little flower you are. You thank the stranger who's left confused. Oh, maybe it's not so bad when. What if the water was laced? Something you didn't manage to drink like a normal person. You got boldness back at least. And you race to the commune zone for the final session of Liam's WNW campaign. It's time to show that our boss is boss. Welcome everyone. We ended last session with all for preparing the battlefield for your inevitable confrontation with the evil world. Now I think, you know what? I think I'm gonna see, I want to finish this. I might just go on break and then come back and finish this, and we might just play something else. Now he's finally arrived. You were the only heroes that Black Village could round up. Killing you would be a breeze. I think I'm gonna have to go. am back. Sorry about that. Took way longer than I thought it was gonna take. My pop on. I just moved my chair down. Yeah. Oh, cool costume. Really owning that shirtless look. Have you been hitting the gym lately or what? Thanks, I've been doing a bit of exercise to look like more accurate angle or, for immersion. Well, then you're going down to angle or will defeat you with the power of justice. And teamwork. And waffle. Don't flatter yourselves. I felt thousands of would-be heroes in my immortal lifetime in the game that hasn't yet caught up to me. I am sure when it does, I'll develop a complex of internal conflict. For newly found, which I will face the support of newly found friends. Today is not that day yet. Prepare to die. Who needs therapy when you can project your shit into TTRPG campaign, am I right? Evil tragically misguided and devilishly handsome warlock seems to be capable of controlling the fog with superior mind. As you may remember, the fog can suppress the better judgment of people, and now Angler is throwing a good chunk of it towards you. What do you do? What would you like to do is look, Liam, since projecting all kinds of stuff onto his campaign, low-key feels like a cry. Well, but he'd never forgive you for hugging him in pug. Instead, it's time to defeat Liam. I mean, Anglor, the evil warlock, once for all. If you know anything about Liam, you can get the warlock to join your side by finding common enemy, people who misuse the word literally. Which is probably one we're gonna pick. Fix his villain the way all evil, sexually frustrated men get fixed with the big girl. Got the, I think we can go with the first one. I don't think we have the boldness for this. Why fight us when you can join us, Anglor? We should team up at the real threat, people who use literally wrong. I am not that easily to convince you. Any moral years of evil would be undone by an obnoxious grammar trend. Yeah, I want you to close your eyes and picture this. A man stating, for dinner. I'm literally starving. Such idiocy hurts my soul. Make a persuasion roll say you need 15 or greater to turn Anglo to your cause. Damn it, I got 13 almost. This upsets me so much that my blood is literally boiling. I just remembered you get a +2 bonus to persuasion for being handsome. Dang, how lucky are we? That was mad convenient. Words ring true. Fine, I shall renounce my life of evil and direct my energies where they could belong, correcting people's grammar. Lord joins the party. You spend the rest of the session fighting literally abusers who will mix up there, and there, and people who think a lot is one word. Great game, guys, and anyone want to get some food with me? I'm starving. Let me guess, you're going to get waffles. Nah, I'm in the mood for pizza. I eat waffles in real life. Oh, yeah, I'd love to go. I had fun doing this with you all. Should we add each other on Discord? Great ideas, Laura. We could even continue this campaign through voice chat. Thank you again for running this game, Liam. It was surely the most fun I've ever had. That's great to hear. Can Liam just not correct someone on their bad grammar? W and W seems to have profound effect on him. You gain +2 smarts, witnessing the this feat of character growth. And the last. Sit down and watch a panel on how to break the ice, make friends at cons. The panelist admits they have no idea what they hoped hosting a panel would force them into being more social. What an honest fellow. During the Q&A, a group asked the panelists if they want to join them for some dinner and drinks. It did work. You gain +2 smarts for learning this cool trick. Next year, you may host a panel yourself. Later, you're standing in front of Liam's hotel room door. He promised you it unforgettably, so you're giddy with excitement. I hope you got the energy to set up the game. Of course, wait, we're playing a board game? No regular tabletop game, it's Tender Buttons. It's year's winner at the Erotic Board Game Awards. It sounds slightly more promising. You still at that table and throw the dice. Or to get to the good part. Look and ear, ready or not ear. Oh no, wait, you can't perform this sexy action yet. As per the instruction manual, you must first take a conditions card. You reluctantly take one and rate it. Earn 30 sexy coins to perform your assigned sexy action. You spend the next 50 minutes earning sexy coins. It involves an astonishing unerotic amount of resource management and some time spent in sex jail. Alright, my turn. The erotic challenge goes to find out your challenger's favorite hero. Mainly, how are you going to go about this trial and error? Good one, but fantasy meter is slow and I need at least 3 combat points before I can tell. You can tell me. No need, I can tell you now. It's clear that the instructions have gone over your head. Let me go over them again slowly this time. You zone out immediately as Liam embarks on the thorough explanation of this erotic game. It can only be described as the most bizarre foreplay you've ever witnessed. Only one way out of this and into Liam's heart. Beat this game and get sexy and improve your both bona fide board game skills. It feels like punishment, which means Liam probably gave you a safe word while explaining the rules. Rack your brain to remember it, or you can move into a different activity. Subvert the rules by ending the game in an unexpected way. Eat all the game pieces. You can also get to show off how much you can swallow. That's boldness. Don't think that's gonna work. Close your eyes and focus on trying to snatch back some of Liam's words from your hazy memories. So you take a touch card and pay 2 sexy coins. Come on, you can do this. You can also lose your arousal bonus. Nothing, you're drawing a blank. You have to do the second last thing, which is shouting random nonsense. Liam can use it as a safe word. Blowtorch. What? Papaya. You okay? Honeycomb, honeycomb. Okay, I see you're going to distract me while my foreplay timer runs out. Nice try, say, but can't fool me. Poolside. For sure, wait. Oh, did you know? What? Liam turns over the card, the word poolside written on it. I had a foolproof strategy to win in 2 turns, but alas, you guessed my fantasy 6 spot, which is an automatic win. I can't believe you bested me with your big brain tactics. Hats off to you, say. Anyway, rematch. You rush to place your hand over his. I have a better idea. As reverted, you gain +2 smarts because you're we're gonna do this next action. Coming zone, you find several 5D chess matches going on at the same time. Time to prove your smarts to this on. You play 5 matches at the same time. You make fast decisions going from chess table to chess table. Everyone's impressed. Until you realize you lost all the chess. You realize you lost all chess matches in just a few moves. Well, you may have gained 0 smarts, but actually gained +2 fun. Later, you're in your hotel getting ready for your first real date. Liam, he invites you to a tea brewery. Green say ready to go to the brewery. Beetle up. Wait, do you mean brewery? No, the Beetlery, an experimental restaurant that specializes in edible beetles, crickets, and other bugs. So the protein of the future, when climate change has killed off all the cows and chickens, you'll be happy. You've already prepared your palate. Okay, well, are you still down to drive us there? Actually, I have a better idea. I rented a tandem bicycle for us. Think of it steering and sync bonding over the city's criminal lack of bike lanes. Oh, how far away is the restaurant? Mere 10 miles will give us plenty of time for stimulating conversation. Note the metric system users in the audience. 10 miles roughly is way too many kilometers to cross on a bike. Are you sure you want to bike that far? No offense, but you're not the most athletic person I know. Don't worry, it's not traditional tandem bicycle. It goes from a motorcycle sidecar, or is sitting on a chase lounge attached to the side. While you're pedaling, I'll boost your morale by reading some of my poems. This is unpublished material, you lucky dog. It's a good thing Liam sex because this is shaping up to be the worst day of your life. So there's gotta be something that can somehow make it romantic, but what? The internet is vast. Surely someone written fan fiction about the exact date scenario used as a cheat sheet. Something that can save my date, no matter how bad it's going. Maria, we know what that is, so we're just going to the first one. Good thing texting and biking isn't illegal. It takes an entire ride to the beetlery, but we finally managed to find a fic about this exact situation. Robbie and Maya Patrick's wrapped around a roasted millipede with this. Finally slurped at another and until their lips met. You want to go fully in the tramp on this millipede with me? I thought you'd never ask. What? It was thrilling, Patrick said, but you know what is more? Down where he grabbed a handful of live ants. The thing you do for love, unfortunately, only carry live daddy long legs here, so you'll have to make do. Why did you just put a bunch of daddy long legs in your pants? Need more tingles down under for me. Are you having a nervous breakdown? Should I call someone? Who's your emergency contact? You are, actually. You're the only responsible person I know. Oh, Pat Robbie, Leslie inserted. Okay, no. Hey, Liam, wanna do some daddy roleplay? The is daddy? Why are you being so? Wait a minute. I tried to recreate my old Pat Strawberry fic. What? You wrote this? Well, yes. Sorry. The writing felt a bit juvenile, but I've always wanted to come to this place. I wanted to capture what a perfect date would look like. Does that mean, yes, hey, I'm having the time of my life right now, thank you. It gives you long, deep kisses and tastes like bugs, worth shoving bugs in. You're getting +2 creativity, but lose fun. What do we still need to do? 10-year-old Tim decide to browse the room service list. Wow, there are all sorts of kinds of six-pack of beer, lots of shoelaces, even the very concept of creativity. On that last one, expensive, but since money isn't a stat anymore, be a net gain stat. Shortly after, someone brings you a +2 creativity and several shoelaces. Imagine all you can do with it. I'm delirium, the whole 2 bathroom and you're remaining shirts sniff test when you hear Liam grumbling in the other room. I have any of you seen my keys? I could have sworn I left them on the nightstand. So poor Liam, yet another victim of faulty witness estimate. All clues pointed to the keys not being on the nightstand, yet he went on insisting. I couldn't bring myself to put more doubt in his fragile mind, even though he had more holes than a butcher's Swiss cheese. I don't know where your keys are. Neither was your magnifying glass up to the task of finding them. Of course, this detective has stumbled home from enough late night benders to know how to follow the clues of the missing keys. Sweet, what clues do you have so far? Well, as our prime suspect has retraced his steps yet? Of course, wait. What do you mean prime suspect? You were the last to be in possession of the keys, weren't you? How do you know you didn't lose them on purpose or some shady deeds? Oh, have you been getting up to some spicy business in the hotel you didn't want us to find out about? Well, obviously, I didn't lose the keys on purpose. Yourself is missing before Liam blows a gasket. How can you find the missing key? Trust the noir detective method. Go to the hotel bar, get drunk, maybe start a fight, and it'll help you process somehow. Solve the mystery the same way all badly written detective movies do. Cast a spell that conjures a flashback with voiceover narration for convenient exposition. You check your spellbook app. The spell you find is Dumpus Exposition. Sorry if I can't pronounce that. Perfect. You cast the spell and the room is awash with flashback of Nico from earlier today. Do I have everything? Trench coat, fedora, blue substance abuse, prone lack of faith in the world. Yep, let's noir it up. Wait, say that line better. More shade, let's noir it up. I guess there we go. Oh crap, I'm missing the most important noir 6am mystery. Can't believe I almost forgot. What could I do? Ooh, I'll throw Liam's keys away. That's the perfect crime. Ask Nico. Really chuck his keys into the sewer. Nico, what the fuck? Hey, you gotta admit, really committed to the part. You caught me. I was getting a little angsty and wanted to drum up some stuff. Can you blame me? I can absolutely blame you. Go get my effing keys. Nico fishes the keys out of the sewer and you can all it's another case closed. You gain +2 smarts and lose -2. That's who we had most action with. Finally, the art gang gathers around and puts all the pieces of your greatest masterpiece together. Time to see the fruits of your labor. This is the story of friends who must balance everyday life with evil. Magical girls who challenge their powers from the profit from selling their own merch. Let me just move through anything. You can still. People will go. Oh, she's. God, they anything. Most Dahlia's just as tuxedo. Let me. Miss Dahlia is our love interest. She's masked vigilante, has most of sexual tension with Miranda. Little do they know they already know each other for behind the mask. She's actually Dahlia, Miranda's neighbor. Miss Dahlia will help the magical girls armed with her iconic magical weapon. Very strong opinions in the meat industry. Ringmaster's is the main villain, a powerful circus-themed sorcerer who has been on destroying the world. No magical girl of fiction would be complete without an incredibly dark twist. The protagonist was murdered mid-season, replaced with a replica. Ringmaster is. I should have known you were the one behind the phenomenon we know as rain. In the name of the profit we made last quarter, punish you. And just my nails, there's no way I'm fighting you. Today you'll face my most powerful minion, a clown. People fear them for some reason. To be continued. These will, if you pick that one particular one again. Game. Try and gather the courage and ask your favorite dork to go to the con party with you. Say I'm going to have to decline. I'm busy this evening. Me and the others from the WW group have turned our little one-shot to a weekly campaign. I'd like to have you join us if you're interested. Totally. Excellent. Your character was the highlight of the group. Normally I harbor shenanigans, but somehow in my campaign yours felt right. Felt healing. The session starts tonight at 6. Don't be late. So we ditched the after party to play board games with Liam. Did you really expect this to go in any other way? Or when the game ended, one thing you didn't expect for Liam to have. God. I think it's one of the we're glad that you could share this experience playing games, rolling dice, processing Liam's trauma to the veneer of TRPGs. But more than that, you're glad you got. I cannot put this on YouTube. We're just gonna put, I think we got a one ending. We knew it, the con had ended, and it was 4 days, but it's where it felt like their life. This place entirely in our hands. Those chain people. They have gone for a day. This made us feel a bit disoriented. We can make way of not growing apart and meeting again soon. So it would lie if we said we didn't feel a bit sad to leave all that behind. But each of us went our own way and realized that wherever we went, people would be there with us. And that day came as the truth that to this day we hold close in our hearts. That no matter what we belong. It's that thought that still gives us warmth, makes us feel once again young and unafraid. And it reminds us that even as years go by, we will always be ready to start. And that's cute. My hair is making me feel a little more. Decided to go. I'll be doing some more face cam streams in the future. So Tuesday we'll come back with all. I'm gonna go find someone to read to. Maybe find everyone's room, so someone ran playing game. Let me see. Game or just give. Let's see if one that's playing this game. You just unlocked a new plot line. You can now call Bruce. You can now call Yang. You unlocked a new outfit for Liam. Unlocked a new blind box figure. Instantly. I'm kind of new outfit. It's just comic. I didn't do much of the comic. The only two comics were say something like this. see the different items. I'm just identifying the new blind box figurine. Yes, and we got one secret. And we got the figurine. I think it's the only figurine we have this. And find see how we browse. Use, it's basically me and one other person. Someone else, like only two. I might as well just like with. I think I'm gonna just. I'm exhausted. I think I'm gonna tonight. So thank you to anyone who has come in and lurked for that entire thing. On Tuesday, I'm gonna be doing some animation. And I will be using Where are my Christmas